We're just going to work through this question. Write an expression for the length of a larger pyramid if the height remains at 10 centimeters, but the slant height is doubled. So write an expression for the length of it. So if the slant, this formula here is the slant height. So if the slant height is doubled, then it's just 2s is equal to, and then we've got the square root of 10 squared plus L over 2 all squared. So that's all it means. Write an expression for the length of a larger pyramid if the height remains at 10 centimeters, but the slant height is double. So that's the formula that we're going to use based on kind of this this idea up here. So what we need to do is get rid of the square root sign so that we can get into the L and the length and so on. So in order to undo a square root, just square it. Like if I had the square root of 4, but I square it, they basically cancel themselves out because the square root of 4 is 2 and 2 squared is 4. So you basically just get 4. They undo themselves. So when I square a square root, but whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So I'm just going to square that as well. So that will undo the square root sign. So this is going to give me 4s squared is equal to, and then everything will come out of that square root sign because we've undone it. So 10 squared plus L over 2 all squared. Now there's a number of things that you can do at this point, but I'm going to just turn the 10 squared into 100. So 4s squared is equal to 100 plus L over 2 squared. And then I'm just going to move the 100 over, so I'm going to get 4s squared minus 100 is equal to L over 2. The interesting thing is to get rid of, just get rid of this stuff, to get rid of that square, because we don't want the square, we don't want L over 2 squared, we want just the L by itself, so we can get this expression as L equals. So guess what? To undo the square, there's a couple of things that we could do, but the easiest thing to do is just square root that. But I've got to square root this entire expression on the other side as well. So now I've got the square root of 4s squared minus 100 is equal to L over 2. See, square rooting a square undoes it. Squaring a square root undoes it. Now, all I have to do at this point is times by 2, and I have to take this whole thing here and times by 2. This expression in terms of L, right? I'm going to get L equal, because these will cancel, 2 times the square root 4s squared minus